What's up, guys? It's Zach from Zach Live Reviews, and today I bring you Blackberry. Okay, so I know the device has been around for almost 2 years now, if not 2 years, and I just wanted to kind of bring it over to the channel and unbox it, and I was able to get this done because a friend of mine really wanted the device, and so here we are. He allowed me to unbox it for you guys, so we can all thank him for that. Now, yes, with the BlackBerry Mercury coming out and the D-Tech 60 and 50 out now, I just kind of wanted to go back and reminisce on the first Android device attempt by BlackBerry. So I ordered one off Amazon. I ordered it with this Priv genuine BlackBerry leather casing to give the little window, you know, and we'll open that later. But I just really want to get into the BlackBerry box. As you can see, that BlackBerry has still kept their BlackBerry form factor as far as their box goes. So it still looks like the Q10 box, the Z10 box, and I don't really remember any of my early on Blackberries like the 8330 and all of those curves and bolds from back in the day, but I'm pretty sure the boxing was along the lines of what BlackBerry is still doing to this day, which is not a bad thing because, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So getting the box open now, let me zoom out here for a second so you can kind of see. Getting the box open, you can see that it's a nice presentation. You have this massive phone up front, and it just looks really great, guys. You have, you know, all of this wrapping to protect the phone, and kind of labels to show you where everything is, which is awesome, and I'm glad BlackBerry did it. So you can see that the phone isn't really that thick. I mean, you have to remember, this thing is housing a physical keyboard somewhere in this, and so in hand it feels really nice. Up top here you have your SD card slot that supports up to 2 terabytes of memory, and your SIM card. On the right here you have your power button. On the left side you had your volume rocker and an action key, and on the bottom you have your 3.5mm headphone jack with a micro USB charging slot. And there is the beautiful Priv keyboard, guys. So putting the BlackBerry aside, just for a second to see what else is in the box, you see we have a SIM card removal tool, which is really awesome. It's nice to see companies actually including these. This is an unlocked device, so that will help my friend get his SIM card in and out of his other phone and into this phone. And BlackBerry included their Start Here guide, or whatever you want to call it. Every manufacturer includes these, so we're going to put those to the side. Now we have the international or European charging box here, but it doesn't really help me. I'm in America, if you guys didn't know, so it doesn't really help me. But they do include the charging cable, and let's be honest, we can all have little boxes laying around, though they might not support the Quick Charge 2.0 that this device does have in it. BlackBerry also included their BlackBerry headphones. I don't know if I would use them, but listen, guys. Okay, guys, I just wanted y'all to hear that, what's an unboxing without hearing the swooshing sound. So, turning on the display, you have this nice, really nice AMOLED panel, and if you know anything about AMOLED panels, just look at it. I mean, all of those black pixels are off, and it just gives whatever is on the screen. So like right here, the squares and the circles, basically the attention. This is a 5.43 inch curved AMOLED display, and the resolution is 2560 by 1440, giving it a 540 ppi, which is really enough. I mean, I use an iPhone as my daily driver, and I have a 1080p screen, so on my iPhone 7 Plus. So, gotta give Blackberry props here for going all in on the screen. You get 3 gigs of low-powered memory. You get a Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 hexa-core processor, and for your GPU, you're going to get an Adreno 418-600 megahertz. Still going on, you're going to get 32 gigs of storage, and you're also going to get that 2 terabytes of micro SD that I was talking about earlier. On the rear of the phone, you have an 18 megapixel camera with a 2.2 aperture. It does have OIS and phase detect autofocus. On the front camera, you're going to get a 2 megapixel 2.8 aperture. And let's talk battery. This thing has a whopping 3,410 milliamp battery. However, it seems to not be enough. Maybe after updating the phone, it'll get better. As you can see here, I'm going to mess around with the keyboards for a little bit. So trying to use the on-screen keyboard and then the off-screen keyboard, you have to remember that we are really, really used to using an on-screen keyboard. So typing the quick brown fox, I'm having a hard time, but it's still fluid, maybe not as fast. And I'm sure after a couple of days of owning the phone, then using the physical keyboard might be the better option, just because it's where we're all from. And it was really, really good at detecting when I was accidentally hitting a key, except right there in the word lazy. So I have to give it to them. The rejection, I was definitely hitting more keys than that, and it was just doing so well to make sure that those weren't popping up. As you can see, the little red flashing light, it does make all the Blackberry sounds that we love, that we know. It ships with BBM, the DTEC service, Blackberry Hub. So any Blackberry 10 users that are coming over, it's not like you're not going to be unfamiliar. The only difference is that we're on a different operating system now using Android. So if you're still looking for a lower priced phone, you don't want to pay $800, I have to say the Blackberry Priv is a good contender. It's going for $350-ish right now on Amazon, and I mean, look what you get. You're getting this amazingly curved OLED panel, and maybe not the newest processor. I mean, it is the Snapdragon 808. It is running a little hot, but I mean, it's still going. You can see here that partially it took so long to load my webpage because my Wi-Fi at my house, guys, it's really, really bad. But here, scrolling through the page, it doesn't really have an issue. And here is that lovely capacitive. If you didn't know that the Blackberry, which one is it? The Passport and the Priv share a keyboard that have a capacitive touch to them. So you can literally scroll with the keyboard, which makes it really, really awesome if you don't want to get smudgy handprints on your phone, or easier one-hand use. We got a productivity bar. Basically, you swipe over and you get your calendar, your Blackberry Hub, your task, and your contacts. You can also add more. And in the settings here, you can choose where at on the display it is. the left or right edge, and you can choose the height of where it is, maybe if you wanted to make it easier for one-handed use. And here you can see that the transparency, you can make it completely transparent if you just remembered where it was. So yeah, they thought about their BlackBerry power users, wanted to make, getting things done a thing. And so this supports Quick Charge 2.0. So plugging it in here, you can see that you're going to get this little yellow bar. Yellow meaning that the battery is under a certain percentage. It's not near full charge. But as the screen goes off here, you can see that it'll show you a little bar and give you a little percentage to let you know how charged your battery is. So kind of helpful if you don't want to, mess around and unlock the phone just to see your battery. So let's talk about DTEC. This is the whole reason for the phone, isn't it? So DTEC is a service that BlackBerry is providing to all BlackBerry Android devices that scans your phone basically and scans your apps and lets you know how secure. So straight out of the box, without signing in with Google and all of that, I'm getting a yellow. Basically because factory reset protection, remote management, and all of those other things are not activated. So and the data is not encrypted because I do not have a password on it. So that's why my device is yellow. If you fill out all these things and make sure you go through all the apps that it tells you to, you should be green. And green is BlackBerry telling you that you are as secure basically as you're going to get. And swiping up from the home button, you're going to get your BlackBerry hub that we all know and love from BlackBerry 10. And you can also get your Google and device search there. And you can see here your recent apps kind of look like BlackBerry 10, and you can change that later. I am going to update this to 6.0. So overall, guys, the BlackBerry, I think, is a great choice. Like I said, if you just wanted something cheap, you want to stay secure, and you want to stay encrypted, the BlackBerry Priv is the device for you. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, unfortunately, but subscribe. Alright, guys, bye.